Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are scrap lifting a layout that was from Life with Evie over on Instagram, and it's a really cute layout with a diagonal. She did a diagonal in each of the corners in the upper left and the bottom right, and then had florals kind of clustered, and then she had a picture of her with her beautiful daughter and then the titling. And so this made me think of my Heidi Swap paper pad, but I'm going to kind of use the paper to my advantage. There's one of those pieces of paper that already has florals already clustered on. So I decided to take the 2 pages that were in my paper pad, and I cut the floral bits off of it. Then I grabbed the other floral, and you're going to see that I'm going to fussy cut the flowers out to add on like she had in her layout. So the picture that I'm going to be scrapbooking today is a picture that my mom recently sent to me of my grandmother, her mom. And it's not the best quality because it's her taking a photo of a photo that was in a frame. But my grandmother just looks like this little China doll, and I really wanted to capture that and save it in my albums. For hopefully my kids will want something like this, and it just shows, their great grandmother. So I'm taking my Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I am inking all these edges. It's kind of like a purplish pink. I don't know what the name of it is. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use this kind of teal green paper that matches some of the flowers in the paper that I cut. It's from the same paper pad. And I'm just going to, again, mimic what she had in her layout and have one in the upper left and one in the bottom right corner. Now there was a few little nubbies on my paper, so I did go and kind of trim them off. Didn't do the best job, but I'll cover it up with a little more ink again. So for the picture, I am just going to go and take another piece of paper out of that paper pad, and I'm going to mat it on some pink, and that just pops it off that page, and it just still gives it that very, very soft look that I was trying to go for, because in the picture her little lips, kind of have that soft pink look like you'd see on a China doll. So here I am, I'm grabbing my ink out again and just kind of cleaning up the edges that I had from before, and then I'm also going to ink up the mat around the photo. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that paper and I'm going to start fussy cutting. This is probably one of my favorite florals. Between this and Auburn Lane, this is just an absolutely beautiful paper, and I think I've had several of these paper pads and have fussy cut them out and used them on several layouts, and I could keep doing it over and over. So I'm not going to make you watch all that. I did off camera go and finish fussy cutting those out. I grabbed a doily, which I'm going to stick in the upper left or upper right and bottom left corners. And then I also grabbed, you can see on the bottom right hand side, I did grab out my thickers. I think these were from Paige Evans, and wrote out the word Charlotte, which I'll use for my title. So I'm just taking a little more of the Distress ink, and I'm inking up the edges of the florals just to kind of blend it all in and give it a little bit of depth. And then I also have, that was sitting on my desk, these little mason jars, one in pink and kind of one in a teal, that were from, I believe, Maggie Holmes. I'm not positive. It's an older collection. It's either that or Dear Lizzie. And so I'm going to go ahead and ink those as well. And I'm just going to pop them in. This layout's going to be very minimal. I'm not going to put a lot of embellishment because I really want the focus to be on the picture of my grandmother and not necessarily on things. So I'm going to take my Big Mama roll of foam tape that I got from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I am just going to pop up my photo onto this foam. And I will just use my scissors to kind of get the backing off. My nails are not the best for peeling backing, and the scissors do work. It just kind of lifts the edge up and helps me get it off. Once I have this all taken off, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that down. And now I'm going to start building my clusters. The first thing I'm going to do is build the one that she had in her sketch that was in off the side. And I really liked how that looked. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a mason jar, and I'm going to put one of my florals over there. And I like how that kind of finishes off just like what she had in her layout. And now I'm going to go and fit in these bigger floral clusters. And I want to build off of what was already on the paper that I put on the diagonals. So I'm just kind of looking to see. Now, the one paper or the one flower I put flat to the back of the background. And then the next one I'm going to actually pop up on fun foam, and then I'm also going to have that other mason jar here in the corner. So now that I have kind of figured out where I want the placement, I'm just going to grab out my foam and pop this up. So while I'm doing this, I just want to remind you to make sure to check out everybody else who is playing along from the Scrappy Inspiration group, along with Crystal. I will have the links to everybody who is participating. They may not be doing it every day, but if you subscribe to their channels and their Instagram feeds, then you'll be able to see them when they do post something. And I'm also going to try and remember to add the links to Scrapbooking with Evie so that you can actually go and see all her beautiful layouts as well. It's some fun inspiration that you'll get throughout the month. So I'm just popping up this last one here. And after I do this, the next thing I'm going to do is go over to my thickers. And actually, nope, I'm going to put the her name down after I finish this one off. I'm going to pop this one up too. I didn't like how the leaves were setting, so I cut the leaves off. I'm going to pop it up with the foam, and then I'm going to tuck the leaves in just to keep adding to it. Sometimes if you don't like, for me, the leaves were on the wrong side of the flowers, so you just cut them off, and then you can just kind of layer them underneath and put them where you need them. So I've gone ahead and put that there. And there was that little white gap in there between what was on the original paper and what I fussy cut out. So that's where I kind of hid that little blank space. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put her name. And I decided to put it below her photo. Now I was missing one T, so I did go ahead and MacGyver using a letter or number 5 and I think a 7 or something. I was able to go and just remake my another T. I mean, you can kind of tell up close, but it's good enough. And I really love these Paige Evans thickers. I do add a little bit of adhesive off camera just so that they do stick. And now what I'm doing is I have these little gold frames that I've had that are also thickers. I'm not sure what collection they came from. And I'm just tucking a little bit of gold in each of the clusters to have it kind of bling up. And then the last thing I'm going to do is grab my box of enamel dots in white. And I'm just going to grab the pearls. And I'm just going to sprinkle them in each of the colors. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by today and checking out my video. If you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And for all of you who have subscribed, I want to thank you so much. And we will see you again tomorrow for another layout. Following this will be some close-ups, and have a great day. Bye-bye.